Hello, this is the cheap property update. Uh, I have other videos on cheap properties. Those videos still stand. I encourage you to do your research. Now, look, if you live in North Carolina, or if you can still buy property, cheap property in Texas. You're not limited by where you live, but it's important for you to buy some property. It really is important for you to buy some property as an American, because they're giving all the housing to the migrants, to the elite, to the illegals. They're doing that in every town. They're giving all this housing to the illegals, and the government's paying for it. The government's paying $3,000 a month rent. The government pays the rent. If the rent is $3,000 a month, the government's paying it, but they're not going to pay yours. But like I said, I do not buy anything in New York unless you buy tax delinquent property in Bigfoot country. On top of that, but anyway, the expensive states still stand. Don't buy anything. I wouldn't recommend you buy anything in California. The land in California is not even worth $5 an acre. It's not even worth it. Okay, landslides and rain. It's not even worth it. Can we be real for a minute? It's not even worth it. So, I don't recommend you buy property in California. Land tax delinquent property in California. I recommend you go to the southern states, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. All those videos that I made about cheap properties in various states, Kentucky, Appalachia, those still stand. I don't recommend you buy it in New York or California or Hawaii or Florida. Let's get real for a minute. But actually, you can still buy property in Florida that's real cheap if you do your research. It's in swampland, but it's, if you want to have some property there, you can still buy that. Okay. I see you cannot park. If you're homeless, you cannot park in public spaces. You cannot park at a park. Now, you can park at a park as long as you're exercising or whatever, but then you got to leave at a certain point because they close the park down. You cannot park in front of a courthouse. I don't even know if Walmart is allowing people to do that. But you can park in your own space. If you have your own space, you can park there. Police have no issue with it. All you got to do is show the police your title deed to the property. I do not recommend that you borrow money. Now, you can borrow money. If that's all your option is, you can go ahead and borrow some money to buy some tax delinquent property in Mississippi, I guess, if you want to. But most people on Skid Row get a check. Okay, so they can save that money and just buy some property in Texas and Mississippi. It has to be better than living on Skid Row. Anything has to be better than living on Skid Row. I do recommend people on Skid Row in particular. See, people don't want to get away from their comfort zone. The people on Skid Row do not want to get away from their comfort zone. They're comfortable in San Diego. They're comfortable on the streets in LA. They're comfortable. That's their comfort zone. But if you want to get out of homelessness, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to go to another state that's cheaper. The fact that you're homeless and living on the street, that should tell you that you cannot afford LA. Now, the only reason why the illegals and the Mexicans can live in LA is because the government's paying their rent, 100% of their rent. But you don't qualify for that, okay, because you're a citizen. You don't qualify for the government paying any rent for you because you're a citizen. But I do recommend you continue your research and look for the cheap properties, buy some tax delinquent property. Have a nice day.